So my name is Anne Ooms and I am an English teacher with the South Bank Tafe. I teach on the Adult Migrant English program and I'm also an art teacher. We wanted to focus specifically on youth and refugees. We thought that those two groups would benefit particularly. Obviously, people who come from refugee backgrounds have commonly experienced degrees of trauma. They might have spent many years in refugee camps, in some cases all their lives or decades, and so they've had very limited educational experiences. And I'm not a trained art therapist, so I don't set this up as an art therapy workshop, but the kind of things we do together and the kind of students we have in our art classes, it has inevitably got a therapeutic benefit, among other things. There's an added factor when the people making the art have low levels of English and don't have a common language to communicate with other people, on top of the trauma and stress that they're experiencing. Commonly what happens is people sort of settle in, get in the zone a bit, the whole atmosphere gets calmer and more gentle, and then people start quietly chatting to one another. So it's a very good way to be a catalyst for social interaction and bonding among students. I generate activities which have a sort of a collaborative element in them. Students might feel that their one little bit isn't really, they might not feel that confident about it. They may or they may not. But when they see what the overall effect is when you put all the elements together, the sum is always so much greater than the parts. The idea that you only have to do a little bit and put it in to something a lot bigger, I think is a nice kind of feeling. And I guess that sort of helps to make people feel they belong, not quite so alienated and on their own. Some people just love art, and some people might want to make art. Some people already have been making art. Some people are experienced and good artists. So for those people, I sort of give them a place to be and maybe a bit of an opportunity to connect with a broader community here. It can look from the outside as if it's perhaps a bit woolly and it doesn't, what's a crayon drawing, and, these people need to get a job and they need to find a house and they need to, So it sometimes may not be easy to see the deep benefits from the outside if you're not someone who's involved in creative practice, particularly, or interested in it. But these, what they call the soft skills, are really important for giving people the foundations to help them develop those other tough life skills. Because people who come here as refugees, if you get to know people personally as friends, you'll be more aware of all the emotional and psychological things they have to face on so many levels, and anything that can provide some kind of support and relief, can make their life more gentle, can give them some company. They're all really important things. As we all know, when we're in a state of stress and vulnerability, we know how important those things are. So I personally think these programs are really, really important for the just overall well-being of a community.